Hey Scorpio, how you doing? Probably shuffled a bunch of times off camera, but shuffle a few more here. It is March 2020. We're doing a reading for mid-March 2020. Be here before you know it, and trying to get a glimpse of what you might be dealing with at that point in time. If you're interested at all in a personal reading, I'm putting information in the description box on how to get a hold of me. Compared to a lot of readers on YouTube, they are pretty inexpensive. So if budget is an issue, that might be something that you're interested in. And if not, just keep enjoying free readings on YouTube because they're here for you. And with that, let's start taking a look at your cards. Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. So the Ten of Cups, I saw that as I was shuffling your cards off camera. I often glimpse what's on the bottom of the deck, or you just see cards as you're shuffling, and that was definitely out there at some point. At the bottom of the deck is a pretty different energy from everything that is on board here with the Eight of Swords. It's hard to get a good shot of those today, the way I've got the camera set up, but Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck is feeling of being bound, trapped, being unable to see your way out of a situation. I feel like a lot of it is a mental thing. You're caught up in emotions and thought. You're caught up in thoughts more, But thoughts and emotions are very often related. That you're in a line of thinking that makes you unable to see a way out of a tough spot, or what you mentally perceive to be a tough spot. So then out here on the table, though, we've got the Ten of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. And I feel like you're holding on to hope that you will maybe right now you're in this tight spot and you don't have a lot of emotional support. You're in that Eight of Cups energy that's on the bottom of the deck, and you are holding on for a solid emotional support system that you're waiting for an offer for somebody that you can feel is worth offering your support to and your love and devotion. Because I definitely think that's what this is about. With the anytime the Ten of Cups shows up, that's definitely the vibe that you're going to pick up on. And I feel like you're hoping that is, maybe you're having trouble holding on to hope that is a thing that is coming for you. Maybe you've been waiting a long time and thinking, I'd really love that happy ending. I'd love to have, if not a family, then at least an emotional support system, a partner who loves and cares about me. And although, again, the Ten of Cups definitely screams family, but that doesn't mean everybody, you might not want children. I don't know what you want in your life. But got another 10 there. Very different 10, very different energy in general in this second line. Because you got the 10 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. So I feel like you're trying to navigate these energies of disappointment and struggle, right? Like both of these Pentacle cards here are you. And I feel like these cards more on the outside are describing the kind of things that you're working with, particularly the emotional energies of what you're working with, because 3 out of 4 are cups, 2 out of them are tens, which kind of suggests that things are probably about to shift soon. But yeah, right here in the second line, I'm seeing that you've definitely gone through a long period of struggle, and what you feel is an uphill battle, which has ultimately resulted in the feeling of disappointment and regret. And you're just trying to find balance through it and find a way to move forward gracefully. And also to not lose this hope. Although I'm guessing that it's not always easy to maintain that optimism. And that's one of the reasons, the 4 of Cups is not necessarily, or 4 of Pentacles is not necessarily a card of optimism. That's not necessarily what I see when I'm looking at it. I feel like this guy is just holding on. Like he's trying hard to maintain the hope that it's not just going to be disappointment. And it's not just going to be struggle, that there is some kind of happy ending or some kind of positive emotional support. So in the last line, we have, let's move this up a little bit so we can get a little more of that in the shot. We have the Page of Swords, the Magician, and the Temperance card. So I feel like what this is telling me is that you're still early in how things are developing. You're still early on your path. There's still a lot of potential for how things will develop from here. And that even though you might feel alone on your path, you're still probably receiving more support than you recognize, or that it is apparent that you're receiving. And your connection to the divine means that you could manifest anything. You can bring things into balance. You can bring the energies into balance that you're trying to bring together. And it can be very satisfying, obviously, because the thing that you are trying to manifest is, and he's kind of pointing up to the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Cups, excuse me. And saying, that's what I want to manifest. That's what I'm trying to bring in. And that's such an energy of fulfillment and happiness and joy and definitely support and stability. That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for the end of lonely, isolated struggle and disappointment, and the beginning of emotional support and contentment. And I feel like you have every reason to hold on to the hope that that is where your path is going. I think that the thing that would keep you from, that's keeping it at bay from you right now, is your own fear and anxiety. And just remember that anything is possible, even when it looks like all you've known for a long time is disappointment and struggle and loss. And you're just trying to keep your head above water and keep things from spiraling in an even worse direction. Just know that you're on your path even when you are having a hard time seeing the path. Just know that you're supported even when it doesn't look in any apparent way like you have any support to speak of at all. And just know that even when it looks like it's foolish to hold on to hope that things will turn out positively in a way that you would, and it feels foolish to hold on to the hope, that doesn't mean that it's foolish, and that doesn't mean that you will not get the outcome that you want. So, I mean, that's the message of this reading, is don't give up. Hold on to the hope, because anything is possible. And I think just the fact that this is coming up in a reading, to me, suggests that you have every reason to hold on to hope, and that this can and maybe is going to be the outcome that you receive. And with that, Scorpio, we're going to close out the reading. And I hope that things improve for you if you are going through this energy of trying to balance and navigate through struggle and loss and disappointment. Because who can't relate to that? Who's not been there, you know? So I hope the energy shifts soon. Like I said, with these 2 10s showing up, I feel like something is going to give. Something's going to transform. So good luck to you. Take care, Scorpio.